traffic in Los Angeles. It says something that local officials warned motorists about a temporary roadwork closure on the 405 last year by calling it Carmageddon. Angelenos took the hint, and this weekend they're expected to steer clear of the latest 405 closure, named, of course, Carmageddon 2. That's how it is in L.A., a snarl of overstuffed freeways and commuters who keep their cool, except when they don't. KPCC's Stephen Cuevas has this profile of a punk rocker whose music expresses the insanity of L.A. traffic while extolling the virtues of public transit.
Couple of things you need to know about Eddie Solis. He lives in L.A., loves the band Kiss, and does not own a car.
Being someone who's from L.A., born and raised, and, having a few cars in my past, I saw the city much differently, through a different perspective, through the eyes of a bus rider.
Want to just go all the way to the back? Sure.
Line 18, Wilshire, Western Station.
Just steps from the front door of his home, across the street from a tortilla factory in LA's Boyle Heights neighborhood, Solis catches a bus that connects him with the city's subway and the commuter train he catches to his day job at an indie record label in Hollywood.
It just opened me up to little neighborhoods, galleries, clubs, bars, just everything. Just seeing what's out there, little pockets of the city.
Solis's journeys aboard LA buses and subway cars informs a lot of the material on The New Los Angeles Part 1, Through the Eyes of a Bus Rider, the latest release by the singer-guitarist band It's Casual. In Solis's vision of a new Los Angeles, people abandon their cars, climb aboard public transit, and rediscover their communities. One song extols the virtues of the LA County Metropolitan Transit Agency's Easy Pass and the urban underbelly it introduces to the rider.
And that's a nod and homage to, the people who know what you could even go cheaper and really beat the system and really steer away from spending money on gas and oil profits and all that. It's all it takes for me to witness racial tension, for me to witness illegal aliens. It's not to paint a negative picture, it's just my perspective of what is seen.
Off the bus and back on the street, we make our way past a jazz saxophonist playing for pocket change and down a long escalator to catch a train. So, where are we now?
We're at the Red Line station, the Pershing Square station in downtown LA.
And what's our destination?
We're going to go downstairs another tier, and about 5 minutes we're going to get on the Red Line going northbound.
Okay, yeah. Let's go.
The Metro Red Line snakes from North Hollywood to downtown Los Angeles. It's the train that inspired It's Casual's signature tune and spawned a viral internet video. It was partly filmed late at night on a moving train as it hurtles from station to station. Solis thrashes away on his guitar and barks the lyrics, which celebrate the Red Line and call out the congested freeways that coil around Los Angeles.
Este es un tren del Metro Red Line a North Hollywood.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the 210, the freeways are not so nice.
The thread that comes out of the record that ties everyone together is just be alive, don't be a victim of having a car.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red line.
An MTA spokesman said he couldn't comment on Eddie Solis's furious pro-Metro message, but the Red Line video was a hit at the offices of Move LA.
Eddie's done a good job. Thank you, Eddie.
It's the public transportation advocacy group headed by former Santa Monica Mayor Denny Zane. He liked the juxtaposition of Solis blissfully riding LA public transit in one scene with scenes of the band raging against those notorious freeway jams.
Eddie is all frantic when he talks about highways and so mellow when he's grooving on a skateboard and on the bus and on the Red Line. There's a metaphor for the transformation, from the, oh my God, I just got to get out of the traffic to, hey, this is cool, I can mellow out.
Or you can blast the tune like Too Many People as you claw your way across Los Angeles by car, bus, or skateboard.
There's too many people. I want them to go away, even though I think they're so afraid.
Too Many People could also be a motto for It's Casual. Over the years, the band whittled itself down to a power duo of Solis and a rotating cast of drummers. So you may think the burly, bearded punk rocker just can't get along with freeways, with people, or his native L.A. Not true.
I love it. I love everything about it. I've traveled throughout the U.S. many times, and I could never look forward enough to coming back. The weather, the different cultures, the landscape. I was just like, you know what? Now I know everyone moves to L.A.
Solis will bring the love and the volume during a Red Line mini tour next month. It's Casual will play a different venue within walking distance of several Red Line metro stops from Union Station to West Hollywood. For the California Report, I'm Stephen Cuevas.
That's the California Report, a production of KQED Public Radio in San Francisco. Our director this week is Nina Thorson. Seal Muller is our technical producer. We had additional engineering from Danny Bringer and Howard Gelman. Thanks to Hank Hadley at KCBX. Our online team includes Lisa Pickoff-White, David Marks, and Don Clyde. Our interns are Catherine Borgeson and Rachel Johnson. Tyke Hendricks is our elections editor with production help from Tina Lauerberg. We had editing support from Paul Rogers. Victoria Malione is our associate senior producer. Ingrid Becker is our senior producer. The news director is Bruce Kuhn. I'm Rachel Myro. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend. This is the California Report.
Funds for the California Report are provided by the James Irvine Foundation, expanding opportunity for the people of California and supporting the California Report since its premiere in 1995. And the California Endowment. Health happens in schools at calendow.org. And Chevron, investing in renewables, strengthening communities, and creating jobs. More information at chevron.com.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the 210, the freeways are not so nice. The 101, the 405, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red line, 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 the 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The 101, the 405, the freeways are not so nice. The 605, the 101, the 101, the 101, the I-10, the 210, the 605, the 101, the 405, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red line. The red line! 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 The red line!
Good afternoon and welcome to the 120th episode of Los Angeles Nista. I am the show creator, producer, and host, Eddie Solis. Today is a Southern California episode. We're not going to pigeonhole this episode to one geographic area because my in-studio guest has a lot of roots in Orange County as well as downtown Los Angeles. Hollywood, etc. And my in-studio guest is Skate Master Tate. Real name, Jerry Hurtado. How are you, sir?
I am just awesome, brother. Thank you very much.
Oh, you are very welcome. You know, not only are you Skate Master Tate, the DJ who's graced the stage of Lollapalooza throughout the entire tour for the first Lollapalooza, and you did the second Lollapalooza, California, West Coast. You know, you were also someone who had a record deal with Island and produced tracks early on. I'm talking late 80s.
Yeah.
Always DJ'd at a certain level with, you know, where you were doing celebrity parties, etc. And you had this close connection to the sport of skateboarding. You were always the innovator when it came to longboards, and you were always installed in the scene with your music, being on Thrasher compilations, and having your imagery projected around all the professionals. But what really connected me to you was the Nickelodeon show Skate TV. And you gotta really see where I'm coming from, because, you know, in the early 90s, there was no internet. And I would come home from high school, freshman, sophomore, and I would run to the TV and watch Skate TV, because I think it was on like at 3:30 or 4.
Something like that.
Something like that.
On Saturdays.
Yeah. And that was Nickelodeon. And you know, here we are. I mean, we didn't have to pop a VHS cassette into the VCR to watch this. So it was, oh, this kids channel Nickelodeon has a TV show called Skate TV. And that was when I developed a connection to you, Jerry, Skate Master Tate. You know, you were in my living room daily, Monday through Friday. And I had a half pipe in my backyard. I had a mini ramp, an awesome mini ramp, like 16 feet wide, 3 feet high.
Nice.
Super mellow tranny, you know, transition.
Trick ramp. Right?
Yeah. You know, take all the curb tricks to the lip.
Nice.
And so I would come home from school. I would sit down, watch Skate TV, and then grab my board and just go in the back. Be so inspired by your interviews and by your guest. And then seeing you skate, what was that, 4.5 foot long board, or
4'9"? 4'9". Yeah.
4'9" board in the pink motel pool.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, let's start from the beginning. I'm gonna call you Jerry.
Okay, that's fine.
Because
my God-given name.
We all know you're Skate Master Tate, and you know, I think you know, yeah, God-given name is the best way to go.
Yeah.
So, where were you born?
I was born in East LA in 1959.
Wow.
1959.
What hospital?
White Memorial.
Yeah.
And we went by there last week with my girl, Krista, and we ate some great tacos, man. I haven't been down there in a while.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. You know, it's you know, you got to go back to your roots, man, I'll tell you. History is beautiful. I love it.
It is.
But we went back there, and I was born in 59, White Memorial Hospital. And my parents, you know, they struggled. We weren't well off. You know, my father came from Cuba, my mother from El Salvador. They didn't have much, but they had enough love and kindness and generosity, you know, to others too, because you know, they gave to the community to help. And then, you know, things happened. My father got a job and he transferred to Orange County, but he wanted a better life for us.
Right.
So he took us to Orange County, but I mean, just right over the LA County line, you know, Buena Park.
Yeah.
You know, so if you go a little bit north, you're, you know, La Mirada, right there, Santa Fe Springs. So it's LA.
Okay.
But it was weird because my cousins who stayed in LA got into gangs and got into violence. And
so you have a lot of extended family in LA?
Not anymore.
Or you did?
They went to Miami, Hialeah.
Right. So your cousins that stood in Los Angeles got into the gang culture.
Yeah.
Which has always been here, it seems like, and still
30s
is.
30s and 40s, yeah.
And, you know, the part of the LA aesthetic is, you know, some of the gang culture fashion, like graffiti, etc. So that's a component to all Angelinos nowadays. There's nothing bad about it, you know.
Depending on where they put it. They put it.
Well, when I'm talking fashion and art,
no,
you know,
that's fine.
You know, but yeah. So you grew up Orange County, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And what city in Orange County, more or less?
Buena Park.
Buena Park. Now, when did you pick up the skateboard?
Probably we just moved into another house, so we rented out this house. My brother stayed there living with his wife, and we moved about 2 miles south towards the beach. and a park opened up called Skatopia, and I had been skating ditches for like about 2 or 3 years.
What year did you start skating?
About 73, 74.
Ditches. Well, let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
When did you put your foot on the board and commit to like trying to just do more than roll down a sidewalk?
73, 74.
73, 74. Yeah. And some of the first ditches that you skated were where?
Fullerton, Garden Grove, Brea, Upland, Pomona.
Right.
We went all over. I had a 63 Rambler, and we drove everywhere.
Now,
Baldy Pipeline.
Very cool. Now, the Euclid V.
Yeah, that's it.
That was a Fullerton ditch I skated in the early 90s.
Yeah, that was the one, man. We went there when it was beautiful.
Really?
But it's a Euclid U, okay? You can't
Euclid
skate,
U.
You can't skate a V. It's a U. Okay?
And so it's the U. It's not
U.
the V?
No.
Okay, I'm looking.
Some people called it a V, but it's a U, like a half pipe. But it's a, no vertical half pipe. It's a ditch. It's not a V, man. There's a couple of us that
Did
just...
people call it the V, though?
No, a handful.
A handful. I wanted the handful.
Okay, well, you know why? Because you didn't live around the corner.
Yeah.
That's
probably.
Why.
I wasn't a local. I was in Whittier while this was happening.
Right. I don't know why they called it the V, but if you looked at it, you can't skate a V. You skate a U. A half pipe's a U.
And that particular ditch, the Euclid U, had a really nice extension.
It had a drop in, man. You could roll in and drop in and go down and then come back, kick turn up.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It was awesome.
So, back then, I mean, skateboarding was a crime.
Yeah, especially at the Euclid U.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't just easy to go and skate all day. I mean, you get popped and you leave. Your session would end, right?
Sometimes. Oh no, they take you. They take you. Oh yeah, we ran. They take a couple because we ran. We knew that early in the days that if you ran up the ditch and went through the tube, it spit you out on Rosecrans. So you were cool. Hop on your board and go down that hill, and if they want to follow you, they're going to get you. But they want the people that are there that they got.
Right.
Get a ticket, whatever. Yeah.
Wow. Now, when did you start committing to a longboard?
Pretty early because there was this place by not by our house, by my sister's house now, called the Brea Spillway. Okay. And there's not too many people who knew skated about it. Put it this way. The guys who ruled it were the guys who showed me how to skate big. This place, you're going to see it within a year, you're going to see a documentary on it that I'm working on now with a friend of mine who ruled the place. It's awesome. I can't even talk about
fantastic.
it. I can't even talk about it, but when it's done, we'll
talk
come
about
here
it.
first.
We'll take a break off the record.
But anyways, at Brea, one day, I went there, and I had a wooden water ski. It was about 4'9", I guess, between 4 and 5 feet, okay? And I had it the other way. I didn't care about the kicktail because I just wanted to ride, with comfort. This thing was fast, this place, okay? And I'm on Stokers and Sure Grip trucks and Cadillac wheels, okay?
Yeah.
And we went there. We've been there before, but the day we went there, they were closing it down. The bulldozers were dropping dirt and stuff.
Wow.
And I talked to the guy in Spanish, and I go, listen, man, can you go over there for a while and let us skate? And he goes, okay, see, senor. I gave him a couple bucks, some $1, because I wasn't rich, So we had to drop in from the peak, then do a backside bottom turn, back up the same wall, and then you could go across to the bowl, okay? It took me 3 or 4 times before I got that, and I whoosh, shaved my skin, my hair on my shoulder, my elbow, right? Mm-hmm. The elbow pad went up, because we didn't have the plastic things then. And I finally got it, and I just go, yeah! The first time I made it, and then we did it about 10 times, and then we got out of there. A kid died there.
Wow.
A kid died there in the 70s. But anyways, it was called the Brea Spillway, and once you put your foot on the board, there's no stopping. Okay, so then the pros from San Diego came up one day, Mike Weed and these guys, the top pros at the time. They hit about 20 walls. Boom, boom, boom. My boys and me, 3 walls, 4 walls. Boom, 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 right to the ball and back up. It was, oh my goodness, you'll see.
Now, I had Salba on.
Yeah.
Steve Alba.
Yeah.
And he brought to my attention during our discussion that, obviously I know the Venice Santa Monica area was called Dogtown.
Yeah.
And that's the nickname. But the area he was from, Pomona, Montclair, Upland, Badlands. Now, where you were rooted in, like Buena Park, the La Mirada area, Whittier, was there a name for that?
Well, Neil Blender and Lester Kasai and those kids called this place Sadlands. But I don't know.
That was a park,
yeah,
right?
that was Moon Park on Brookhurst and Crescent. We used to go skate there years ago, right?
Right.
But they would, these are the kids, like, we'd cruise it on our boards, but they were hitting the planter. And we saw them, we're going, wow, these kids are gnarly.
Super tight, like transition.
Like shore break, boom,
Yeah.
boom. And see, unless you progress to that next level of like street skating or vert skating, even then, it's something that they enjoyed and they took advantage of. And that's great, man. They gave it a name. They loved it. Sadlands. It was theirs. It was theirs.
They owned it.
They owned
in a skateboard way.
Yeah, well, no, they owned it. Yeah. But literally just about. But anyways, I was never for that. I like big places. I need big space because okay? And I ride a longboard. So I can't do that stuff. Even in the Pink Motel pool on my 549, when I hit the coping on that, I was ecstatic. But it took me about 5 or 6 times before I hit it, because it's and I had to come down right before the death box. So, so I like big places, and I'm happy now because I could just cruise wherever I want.
Sadlands, yeah.
Sadlands.
Now, you, sorry to interrupt, you had a lot of history working at skate parks.
Yeah.
Now, these were the skate parks in the 70s and 80s.
The first ones.
The ones that weren't really made to skate. They were made to skate, but they weren't like they are now.
Not by pros, not designed by pros.
Right.
They were a vision of some contractor who did it, and some of them worked, some of them didn't.
Right.
Yeah, the first one I got was in 77 at, I just graduated from high school. Actually, before high school, I graduated. And that was Skatopia on Knott in Orangethorpe.
Wow.
And the building is still there, but the runs are buried, I guess. And that had a great half pipe. And that's where I met Tony and Jay and Stacy Peralta and a few other people. Craig Feynman, may rest in peace, photographer. And so I started off there sweeping the dirt out of the runs, right? Because I was the token Mexican, I guess, right? They thought, they didn't know I was Cuban Salvadorian. If I would have told them that, they would have, huh? So, you know what I mean? I've been, and that's fine, So I started sweeping out the runs, and then I elevated my status to cooking, like making sandwiches. So what I did was I was
on the snack bar.
Yeah. But the hot dogs and that stuff. But then I brought in my own avocados and 7-grain whole wheat bread and sprouts, and I made these cool sandwiches. And I had pocket the money because I brought them in, right? Because that's what I was eating at the time. I was eating that.
So you make hot dog sandwiches on 7-grain whole wheat bread?
No. If they wanted hot dogs, they had hot dogs. But I had the thing of my own. If you want a avocado, sprout, lettuce, tomato sandwich, that's like $2 or something, $3.
That's the Skate Master Tate special right there.
Well, it was Jerry Hurtado's.
Yeah.
Because there was no Skate Master Tate then.
Back then.
But so then after that, the same people that hired, then I got some managers there. So I started managing Skatopia. And the people that hired me there, one day came up and goes, you want to go to another park? And I go, yeah, sure. Because, you stay at one skate spot for a while and you can find a new one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had cracked my head open in the half pipe being a stupid skater. So I was kind of chilling for a bit. I was in intensive care for 25 hours with a 5-centimeter crack in my skull.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you when that happened?
16, 17.
So did that change your way of your perspective of skateboarding?
I stopped skating for about 6 months, 3 months.
Did that hold you back from trying to progress?
Not at all. I mean, I knew that I couldn't be a top pro or even a good pool skater. All I could do was carve, and that's what I love doing. I like going fast,
right.
And hitting the coping when I could, depending on the pool. If it had too much for it, hey, I'd watch. When I went to the dog bowl, I saw some of the most intense skating in my life. I didn't drop in that thing. I had Tony Alva, Biniak, the best skaters in the world right in front of me. Why do I want to step in there and waste their time, right?
Right.
What we did is we held the wood up there so they could go for the coping.
Oh, for the extension.
Right. Stories. But anyways.
Pop-up extension.
Yeah. So, but not secure. We held it.
You held it.
Biniak came up and he weighs, 150, and me and Fuzzhead are there, and we go back, and he does a turn like a backside ollie, not knowing it's an ollie because they didn't exist back then. And he's turning, and I'm just going, and then he goes like this. He goes, whoosh, lands like a bird, goes and lifts up the coping on the other side over the nipple, front side grind. It was just intense.
That's great.
But anyways, so I got a manager job at Big O, and I wasn't skating. I was working, right? And then we had a meeting outside in the freestyle area, and I saw some kid that had a board that, a little longer than usual. I said, let me see your board. He gives it to me, and I drop it in the freestyle area, and I started carving around the little boulder. And I go, nah, I ain't quitting. So I put my board back together, and I came back, and I started skating. And it was a lot of fun because the Holiday Bowl there was a place where you learn tricks. Dwayne learned a lot of tricks there. A lot of people did take their tricks there and then take them to the pool, the keyhole, and then to the capsule. But I liked it there because that was about the most I was going to get out of frontside grinds anymore. Because after that, I'll tell you, I hooked up on a frontside at Skatopia, and being a fool, I didn't have my helmet strapped, and I came back, boom, 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 triple. And I was out. My buddy Iso had to pick me up, scrape me up off this concrete, and took me in, and I go, no, I'm okay, man. I'm okay. We just smoked too much pot. And then I walked out the door, and I threw up. And he goes, dude, you got a concussion.
Oh, my God.
Took me home, took me to the hospital. And I came to with pastors over me, trying to, raise me. I don't know. And I still didn't.
Pastors?
Yeah, my brother brought his pastor down to try to, They thought I wasn't going to die, Eddie.
Wow.
It was heavy.
It is heavy. So when did you start planting some seeds in Los Angeles? Because my vision of you when I first learned about you as Skate Master Tate, you were,
Hollywood.
I saw you, pictures with Christian Asoy, that whole crew.
Yeah.
And then obviously, skating around LA and then having
Bronson.
a TV show. So when did you actually start planting your seeds in Hollywood?
What happened was Marina Del Rey opened in 79. And a few things happened at Big O that I wasn't happy about. Personal things with the owner. May he rest in peace. And I just had to get out of there. It was too far the other way. I always wanted to come back, because I liked L.A. I lived in Santa Monica for a couple of years, and that's where we did the first record, A Way of Life.
Mm-hmm.
I was living on 4th in California, north of Montana.
Yeah.
And what happened was I stayed there, and I never found myself going east of Lincoln, right? Because we'd always skate on the, on the pavilion, and they had the
in Venice.
The quarter pipe to the other side, and
like a transfer.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of, exactly. Spine. So, but they had the quarter pipe on the lower end, and then the half pipe on the lower end, and the quarter pipe. Well, they're both quarter pipes, but the small one, the large one.
Yeah.
To get over the thing, and I'd go over that on my longboard, and I had fun, just cruising, hanging with the boys. Christian and Oster would always hop on my longboard and do rock and roll slides to the end of the
on the longboard.
Yeah, and on
the wall.
Yeah, on the little part though.
Yeah,
right. Not from the big end, but from the little part on top, like where the boardwalk is, right. Not down where the sand is.
Right.
So I stayed there for a while, and then after the first record, we were staying in Lauren Green's house from Bonanza, right? Paul, whatever he's called.
Whoa! How did that happen?
I met a friend of mine, Sean Greaves, who played guitar on the first album, had a friend of his named Hector, who it was like a 5-bedroom house, old, And I went over there one day, and I looked in this room, and it was where the this is funny, where the washer and dryer would go, right? It was like the washroom. And I go, wow, this is big enough. And I go, ask him if he'll rent it out, Sean. He goes, yeah, he wants $150 a month. I'll take it. Right? $150 a month. I'm living 4 blocks from the beach, loving life. I had my guitar, my records, no turntables though. I left those behind, and my skateboards, and that's all I needed. I had a Cadillac. I'd park in the back, my '72 Eldorado, and I thought I was loving life. I was for a while, and then I had to get out of there too because I had to get into the meat of it, right? Hollywood, I guess.
That's the epicenter.
Yeah.
So how did you earn the name Skate Master Tate? Tell us the story of it.
There's a guy that we're looking for, Brian Ware, wherever he is. He used to run Deluxe Records, Beware Records, but Deluxe Distribution. And he was responsible for getting the acts for the compilations from 1 to 4 or 3.
What
I was helping him. The Thrasher Skate Rock compilation.
Oh, so he was put in charge of that?
Him and Mofo, basically. Mofo came up with the title Skate Rock, and Brian would kind of like, just manage the whole gathering of the groups, putting it together, sequencing of the music, payments, whatever, right? Contracts, all that. So then one day I got some bands on there, some friends of mine. I think, they would have done it anyways. They would have gotten in touch with them. I just kind of made it a little quicker for them. TSOL, I think I helped out with that. Screaming Sirens, definitely. Tupelo Chain Sex. And then, so anyways, one day I go, so you guys need any other bands? And he goes, hey, why don't you do something? And I go, what? Are you kidding me? I go, okay, cool. So I went home and I wrote a song, and pretty funny song. And I wrote it in under an hour, I think, 58 minutes, I think. And I got a couple of buddies of mine from the Water Buffaloes, this lodge we used to have in Hollywood. It was all artists and musicians, like Fishbone was in it, Tex and the Horseheads, artist Van Arno, who did my artwork, Mad Mark Rude, who passed away, may he rest in peace. And we just see every other Wednesday we'd get together and smoke cigars and drink beers and talk BS, right? And so I had to record it. So I go, man, can anybody help me? So Durf Scratch from Fear, who was in the Water Buffaloes, and another buddy of ours, he played guitar. Durf did the Fostex 4 tracks. Remember those Fostex, right? Yeah. And we did it. And you know, I mean, it's the first song I ever did. So I guess that's my justification for how bad it was, the recording quality and all that. Because I'd never released nothing like that again.
Right.
But lyrically, it was all right if I would have done it a little bit better. If I would have spit it a little better.
Now, so you're on Thrash with Skate Rock
4 and 5 and 8, 4, 5, 8, and 4, 5, and 7 or 4. No, wait.
Do you have all those on vinyl?
Yeah. I got whatever they put out on vinyl. I have.
Wow.
I have my whole discography on vinyl, but only one of each.
Wow.
But as far as I got one cassette that I didn't even know I was on. I think that's Riders of the Wild Boards, the green cassette, and yeah. I'm not too familiar with that because I don't know what they did. Once I left that arena, I guess, or that area, we separated ways, parted ways. There was a little tension there between me and Fausto, the owner, Fausto, may he rest in peace. And they're all dead, too. I don't know what's up.
Oh, you mean Fausto Vitello?
Yeah.
Right.
So we parted ways on kind of a bad term, and I never went back. And so I don't know what they did after that. I can only tell you up to when I was there. After that, it's not my knowledge. I don't know. It's not in my memory bank.
Now, when did you start really DJing? And getting really into it and getting so good?
Well, I started DJing in 72.
72?
But I was playing hard rock at my junior high school. We went downtown to the Federal Building to get our FCC license. It was
you have to get an FCC license?
But back then, I guess you did, because I found the book that I studied from. I found my certificate. And this is stuff because I'm cleaning house now, right?
To be a DJ?
On air back then, I guess. I don't know. And check this out. We rocked so hard in the summer that school year, we had to do educational. Cards. Boom, cards.
Whoa. I'm not following. Again?
Back in the day, they had 2 turntables and a microphone.
Right. Right.
Okay? So what the deal was is that you'd have programs sometimes on cards, like commercials. Oh, get me the Ford commercial, boom, pop it in. Like an 8-track.
Oh, okay.
Boom. It's all time coded on the outside, this is 30 seconds. Okay, you got your watch or whatever they used back then. And that's what we had. We had a radio station in my junior high school. And it sounds called Buena Park Junior High School, but it used to be called Calder. And
so that's where you learned how to.
That's the first time. Okay, so then then from that point to college, right? I messed around a little bit, but not much. But then I was a DJ on my campus in Cypress College, where I do a swap meet every weekend. And that was in 83, 84. And Olson was getting his GED, and I was DJing. And it was just weird. It was funny. But DJing in public and stuff like that in L.A., that started about 81, 82, 83.
Did the Lollapalooza tour happen before Skate TV? I don't remember.
Jeez Louise.
Like the same time?
After.
That was after.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved?
Lollapalooza?
Well, let's talk about Skate TV, because that's the timeline first. I was first.
Yeah.
Through my eyes and ears, going back to 1993, 92, that's when it was.
91.
91, yeah.
91, 92.
Yeah, 91, 92, so I was 15. What was the backstory to you being installed in, the show and becoming the host and having Nickelodeon involved and there being a show called Skate TV? Now, did Stacy Peralta create that?
Stacy Peralta, Craig Stesick, Nathan Pratt.
So it's them 3.
Nathan Pratt's an old Z-Boy, too.
So there was 3 creators.
I can't tell you that. I don't know the gist of that, but those are the 3 guys that made it what it was. Those 3 right there. Maybe more emphasis on Craig Stesick III and Stacy. Of course, Stacy.
Yeah. With
the quick edits, of the time that only MTV was doing, for their segues, So anyways, they were asking people to come audition. So I went and auditioned in Hollywood somewhere, over on Formosa, I think it was, in Santa Monica. And I went, and I thought I blew it. I go, man, Stacey, I'm sorry, man. But you know what? Why don't you try Ray Flores? Why don't you? I gave some other names.
How many people auditioned?
I have no idea.
For the host?
40, 50. Yeah, something like that. I have no idea. I wasn't aware of how many. But I know a lot of people went, right? So, it's money. It's a gig. TV, right?
TV and money? Come on, right?
Okay. So, and I thought I blew it, okay? So, Stacey's just such an awesome dude, man. He's just such a kind individual. He goes, no, you're all right, man. We'll call you, we'll let you know. So, I'm DJing, doing whatever, living in Martell and Willoughby, right? And I get a call, and he goes, hey, we want you to come down for a second interview or something, right? And he goes, I don't even know if it was a second interview. I think he just said, I think we're going to let you have the job, Tate. I go, what? I was shocked, Eddie. I tell you, man, I was blown away. So then what happened was I went down there, okay? So they're putting it all together, and I don't know, I'm just looking, seeing what's going on. It's going to be at the Pink Motel. Oh, yeah.
Van Nuys.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to skateboard, right?
That was the set, right?
Right.
Pink Motel.
Right. So so they're setting everything up, and then all of a sudden they get a call from Nickelodeon. And Stacey goes, Tate, you can't, you could really read an honest man. An honest man, when you look him in the eyes, you can see if he's, the truth. Or, what I'm saying is
and that's human intuition.
Yeah.
Your meter, you have a good bullshit
and everybody
radar.
has one.
Yeah.
Everybody has a a-hole meter.
Right.
And I could tell he had bad news for me because he just doesn't like giving bad news. He's a nice guy. And I kind of sensed what it was because I had this all my life at the time. Not all my life, but, being Latino in a white community, we were called many names.
In Hollywood.
No, I'm talking about going back to
Orange County.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we were called names when we lived. We were one of 3 Latino families on that 100-house block, So anyways, I go, Stacey, don't worry about it. Tell me, we got to get a white guy, huh? They want like an Americana dude, like from the Midwest or something, right? He goes, yeah, how do you know? And I go, come on, it's Nickelodeon. Then I got like a Latino run the whole show, man. Come on.
Half Salvadorian, half Cuban in the early 90s. With a Kangol on, right?
Right. Even now, it's not that easy, but it's a lot more acceptable.
And there's a market and there's a platform for it, but it still takes so much work.
And it's a whole nother platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But anyway, so
what did he tell you?
So anyways, I go, well, cool, man, cool. So we started auditioning people, and then I helped out with that, So I'm looking at these, these good-looking guys, and hey. So all I cared about is they skateboard.
Like the headshots.
Yeah, exactly, headshots. With their name and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all I cared about was sports. I wanted to see what sports they did.
Yeah.
Nah, this guy don't skate. This guy don't skate. This guy don't skate, right? So I found one. He looks wholesome. I think he'd go good with Nickelodeon. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know what they want.
Right.
They want Opie, right? They want
Of course.
Opie. So I look, and I go, yeah, this guy looks good, and he skates too. Okay, cool. What do you think, Stacey? I just.
So you were helping. You were a part of it.
Just
because you like Stacey.
Yeah, of course. But I was like, that I was a fragment of that whole thing. I mean, they did it all. I was just the host. So then he skated. That's all I cared about.
So wait. So this is looking for the co-host.
Yeah. No, well, the other host.
The other host.
Co-host. Yeah, co-host.
Yeah.
We were both co-hosts. No one host.
Right.
I mean, I could say, oh yeah, it was me. But it wasn't. He only interviewed Nadas. I didn't. I wish I would have, because I know Nadas, he didn't.
Well, it's so funny because, now, not to interrupt you, let me just choose my words carefully.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm so passionate about life that it just come out sometimes.
Yeah, and it's because you want to be diplomatic and be kind and say the right thing within reason. Without being false,
Without being false, but without being harmful, hurting.
Being who I was in 1991, Mexican-American child in a Latino neighborhood in Whittier, immersed in skateboarding, punk rock, heavy metal, rock and roll, underground rap. I connected to you. I even forgot there was another host, to be completely honest.
Really? You didn't see Scooby-Doo or SLC Punks and Scream whatever?
That guy's a big star. But, I didn't, I think he did a great job, of course. But, whenever I think of Skate TV, it's like Skate Master Tate was a host.
Well, thank you very much.
So, you're what you did on the screen, no matter how good your ability was to skateboard, like you were saying, you were like, I carve, right? And that's that. No matter what your ability you chose, I could tell you were super immersed in skate culture, and it resonated through the screen. The
that's
thick glass TV screen.
That's passion. That's passion, yeah.
That's passion and fire.
And I'll tell you, like rock and roll music, like anything, that art, especially art.
When
and all
someone's passionate, ability is great, and you need it to create your model and your framework. But anything, I believe, passion overcomes and has more value than your technical ability.
Well, like I say, love never fails, and passion is part of love, man. When you're showing your passion, it's love for the sport,
That's
man.
what love is,
and I'll tell you, like I said before, man, I was a fan before I was anything. I was a fan of the sport, surfing, skating. I never surfed, man, but I love watching those guys drop into those big old waves, man, and getting barreled and stuff like that.
Right?
I used to shoot pictures. My friends did. We did it. We went to El Salvador. I shot pictures. I didn't go out in the water surfing. I went in the water, but I didn't surf, right? But what I'm saying is that I was a fan before anything. So to be a part of it, like to write for the magazines, to put out a song, to get on TV, it was just like, man, it was beautiful, okay? And to make money, to earn a living, aside from DJing. And
through a television career.
Right.
Now, let's get back with the whole skate TV thing. So you chose this guy.
Yeah. Well, help chose. I brought them to Stacey. They made the decision. But he skates, Stacey. Let's try him. Guy couldn't skate.
He couldn't.
We did an interview for some magazine in Beverly Hills or something. I hop on my board, right? Walk to the nose, whatever, right? He drops his down, he boom, slams. That's when I just go, you know what?
Oh, so he was faking it.
If you're gonna go for if you're an actor, I guess you got to act, right?
Right.
So you might as well act like a skater if it's a skate show, right?
Right.
Well, there it is.
So tell me about the prep for the first episode you ever shot. Were you nervous?
Oh, hey, yeah. I was nervous. Yeah, but Stacey is so awesome, man. He made, and Craig and everybody there made you feel at home. Even the whole crew, I remember the makeup lady, the hair lady, one of them, her husband had every Billboard #1 record from the beginning of Billboard or
a
rock
record
and roll.
Collector?
Yes, and I'm just going, she showed me a picture of it, and he's got them all in alphabet, and I go, I'm just dying here. I go, can you sell them, right?
Yeah.
No. He's still collecting. And, they just made you feel so comfortable. But after the first or second, shot, scene or whatever you want to call them, scenes, right? That's what they're called, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got comfortable, because I don't know, man. I'm a ham, kind of. I'm a character. I'm a funny guy. I'm happy. I don't have no hang-ups. And it got easier, I'll tell you. It got easier because they made it easier,
Right. Now, did you guys, was there a complete formula before the first episode was shot, or did they kind of learn as they went?
I have no idea.
You had no idea?
I have no idea if Can I share something?
Yeah. Tell me.
My girl's 3,000 miles away, and she goes, "You are, I am." I'm going to put that over there, and I just turned the volume down.
Tell me about...
Hi, Krista. But, they had, of course they had a formula, because if not, you're going to be spinning wheels and spending money, because you're paying everybody out there, crew, day rate, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they had a formula.
And it's union, it's a real thing. So,
but I didn't know that stuff. All I cared about was getting there, skating, doing the scenes, whatever, going back to the hotel, smoking a joint, because that's what I was doing at the time. And, and I'm glad that at least people liked it in that condition that I was in, because I wasn't, anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Tell me this, being a fan and someone who was skateboarding as well, what were some of your favorite and memorable episodes where you just had a good time with the guest and you actually enjoyed the interview and enjoyed watching them skate?
Christian, Gator, man.
Wow.
Gator. Even the one that he interviewed, Nadas, I love that one. There's several interviews that I liked, but as far as Lance, I love doing the thing with Lance, the grip tape thing,
the duct tape over the shoe, right?
But it was a whole episode. It was called I haven't seen these in years, man. But it was like where we give tips to kids,
skate tips.
Yeah. So if your shoes mess up, grip tape it. If your wheels cone, put it in the bag or whatever, take it off.
You
whatever.
put a patch. You get like the tongue of an old shoe. And
Right. So you work with what you got, and it was just one of those things. Lance is awesome too, man. I remember Lance from '70. You had him here, huh?
He was in.
He's incredible. And his son.
Yeah. You know what? I know you could appreciate this. Being a fan of skateboarding and doing it myself, I had Steve Alba and Lance in the same week.
Oh, yeah. No, I keep up with you, man.
Yeah,
you don't have to hide nothing from me. I know that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying I was truly inspired and excited.
You're a fan too, man.
Yeah.
Salva, I'll tell you Salva, man. Salva's an awesome kid. I seen him a kid. He's younger than me, but I still, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Still a kid to you, huh?
No, because I'll tell you, somebody brought this up there. Jim Gray is just an awesome guy too. He's only a couple years younger than me, okay? But the deal is that I was the manager of the park, so they looked at me like authority figure, but I've never, come on, I was never authority to the kids, If they're going to do something stupid, I'll say, like, we don't want to talk about Dwayne right now, but that's the thing, They looked up to me because I was the manager of the park, and I respected that. And, do what you want, go skate, whatever, hot dog, whatever. But Jim Gray brought that up, and he goes, you're not that much older than me, but I looked up to you because you were the manager of the park. And I go, man, I'm just glad that I'm alive and that you're here when we're talking, because Jim Gray's a real man. He's a real man and a genuine soul, okay? And I love him. I love him so much. Jim Gray.
Jim Gray.
Yeah, and so Salva's the same way, man. Salva's never changed since the day I met him. Lance, same thing. Stevie Caballero, same thing. None of these people have ever changed. I just, it's one of those things that there's some people that always stick in your mind, and those are the ones, me and Dwayne didn't start off good, okay? Because he was coming from long hair surfer dudes to punk rock, and he had all these people following him. And hey, that puffs you up a bit, right? And
when you got a platform and people are following what you do, it's, chest out, right?
Right. And I'll tell you that now it's been a long time since that happened, and it's been a long time since we've made our
men's,
yeah. I just feel really connected to him because we went through a lot together, ups and downs and ins and outs and whatever, punk rock and this and that, and he stuck with it and I got out of it, and he made money out of it. He's famous, and that's great, man, and I just I have more love for him than I ever did, and back then I hated the guy. I got paid by Fausto, rest in peace, to bring him his trucks, to deal with him, to drive him where I had to, and that's probably why me and Fausto parted ways. Because he would just tell me to have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that.
Fausto owned Thrasher, right?
Fausto owned Independent, Thrasher, Venture, Thunder, Juxtapose. It was a Spitfire, Slap Magazine. Things that are there now that weren't there now that are still here. That, I don't know the list of them, but up until I left, Thunder, Venture, Indie. I think you did Stroker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very interesting. How many seasons did Skate TV last?
One season. We did 14 episodes and a pilot, and but it played many years.
Yeah, 4 years, right? 3 or 4?
I think even more.
Might have been more.
Because in Japan they were doing it forever.
I want the Skate TV box set.
So do I. I asked somebody about that if they're going to do that, and I don't know. Maybe if enough people ask for it, maybe they'll do it. But I would love them too, man.
Do you know who actually owns the masters of that, the rights? Is it Stacy or is it?
It's probably Nickelodeon. But I'm sure Stacy has a copy of everything, and he'd just have to ask and get permission. But because you don't want to do that without Nickelodeon's permission.
Well, of course. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, it would be nice to bring all that, like maybe on Netflix or something on demand.
Awesome. You can YouTube some of the things, but not all of it, right?
Yeah, a lot of it's on YouTube. Now, was every episode filmed at the Pink Motel in Van Nuys?
No. Well, yeah, that was a
mini
that was a home base. Yeah, that was a home base. But then we went out and shot little segments.
Yeah, of course. Like you on the sidewalk and doing stuff, and you guys would go out and
Sunset Boulevard. Yeah,
yeah. You guys would bring skaters out and then do stuff on location as well,
right? And then we even featured a video clip from out of town, and some guy told me today I mentioned his name on TV. I love this internet. I'll tell you. Like I said, man, this is all new to me, but I love it. I'm starting to warm up to it a bit because I met some people that I haven't talked to in a long time, and that's the best part.
You can reconnect.
That's what it is.
And especially if you have, a lot of light and love in your life at the present time, there's a lot of ways to move forward with old friends, whether it was good or bad.
Yeah, If it's bad, I want to amend it, and if it's good, I want to improve it. Of
course.
I have no hatred for nobody in my life, in my past or present, and hopefully for my future. I just want to Love is what I want to do, man. Because I'll tell you, you know how you get, man. Especially when I got into punk pretty early. You know, I wasn't the first punk, I wasn't the last punk, but I was pretty early. I seen some great shows. I can tell you, I saw X and the Germs play at Tony Alva's birthday party. Okay,
wow.
I saw the Germs return at the Starwood. I saw some great shows. Okay, all those Black Flag flyers that I post, I saw all those shows.
You were there.
Bases, I was there at all these shows.
Let's
ace his phone, man. Where are you, Krista?
Let's back up really quick.
Okay.
Your DJ knowledge and music knowledge, it goes all the way back to like old blues and Delta blues.
1 second.
Go ahead.
We didn't finish this part about the name because I really want to get this out there because you know what? Some people think I'm a skate master.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. So anyways, they got me to do the song. They recorded it. And the deal was on my turntable at the time I had Grandmaster Flash, right?
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So I go, what would be good, right? So I bought this. I ended up meeting him later in life. But I'm saying, I go, how about Skate Master Tate? Because they called me Potato Head in the punk rock days. There's 2 Potato Heads.
Potato Head? Why were you Potato Head?
Because Tony Alva at Skatopia, I had like a natural, right? I want to show you the picture.
An afro?
Natural. My hair, natural curly hair.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but he goes, hey, it looks like you got little potatoes in your head or something. Hey, Potato Head. So then he leaves, goes back to Talktown or wherever he lives, right? Venice or Santa Monica. And then everybody at the park goes, hey, Potato Head, hey, Potato Head, hey, Potato Head.
Zalva's calling you that.
Yeah, of course, because, when he showed up, everybody watched him skate, right?
Right.
And him and Jay and everybody. Shogo. It was a great day that day, man. I got some shots that you wouldn't believe of those guys. But anyways, so that's where that started. And that's where it went from punk rock to Potato Head. No, from Potato Head to punk rock to getting the Thrasher people gigs, to getting me one out of the blue, and then coming up with a name. So I came up with Skate Master Tate. From Potato Head to Skate Master Tate. And in between, that was Grandmaster Flash on my turntables.
Wow.
So that's that. Okay, so now...
That's
blues.
great.
Delta Blues?
Delta Blues. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take a music break.
Okay.
Let's listen to some music.
Okay. This isn't It's Casual. How's that?
Yeah, there's some music loaded in, and we're going to listen to It's Casual.
All right.
And Mike V, his band, Good For You, with Greg Ginn of Black Flag.
Oh, what's the name of that band?
Good For You.
Yeah.
So right now what we're going to listen to is It's Casual and Good For You, and
awesome.
we'll be right back.
All right, great.
Hi, this is Eddie Solis. You're listening to Los Angeles Nista on Skidrow. This episode of Los Angeles Nista is brought to you by La Mascota Bakery, a family-owned business serving the community since 1952. Tamales and sweetbread, made the old-fashioned way daily.
yourself.
school. Gotta find something for them to do. When they come home, nobody's around. We gotta get them occupied after school. Good.
Hey, this is Dimitri from Off, and you're listening to Car Free Radio Los Angeles Nista.
This episode of Los Angeles Nista is brought to you by La Mascota Bakery, a family-owned business serving the community since 1952. Tamales and sweetbread, made the old-fashioned way daily. Hey, welcome back to the 120th episode of Los Angeles Nista. I am the show creator, producer, and host, Eddie Solis. My in-studio guest, Jerry Hurtado, a.k.a. Skate Master Tate. What's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. You know, we got to your roots, man. You're from East L.A., born East L.A., raised in Orange County. We talked about your roots in skateboarding, your love as a fan, how you worked at all these skate parks in the 70s and early 80s. And, you know, where you went from there as far as being a part of the skate culture with your television career, you know, Skate TV, Nickelodeon, all that great stuff. And that was a big part of a lot of our lives. And,
Thank you
know,
very much.
you're so just rooted in music as a fan and just someone who has a lot of knowledge as well. A music enthusiast, you're a vinyl collector, a DJ, and a great go-to guy with a lot of information. Now, you actually DJ'd the first Lollapalooza, the entire tour in between bands. And who was on that tour?
It opened up with Henry Rollins at 12. Then the B-Hole Surfers came on. Then it was Ice-T. Then it was Living Color. Then it was 9 Inch Nails, Susie, then Jane's. I think that's it, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
And these are all huge venues.
Right now they're huge, man, aren't they? Susie's always been huge. Jane's they got bigger, I guess, but they were huge. Come on.
How did it feel on the stage DJing in between bands? Like these
awesome,
gigantic venues and
25,000 people in Chicago. Oh, It was awesome. Orlando had about 20,000. It was awesome, man. I mean, come on, it was the first time for me. Come on, the most I ever had was like 1,500 at the Palace or 2,000 at the Palladium or something like that. So 25,000, come on, man. I was the first couple of gigs, I'll tell you, I wasn't like center stage. I was off to the side, but it didn't matter.
No, you're still a part of it, though.
They had to hear it, and I didn't want to skip or scratch or anything.
I mean, all eyes were on you still. I mean, even though it was intermission, I mean, there was a lot of people, you know, hearing the music and watching.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that after the first week, people start buddying up, the bands, you know, Ice and Perry doing their duets, Perry and Ice and Henry, Buttholes playing with Henry, and then, I mean, just some jams went on, I'll tell you, man.
That's
There's
really
some
cool.
memorable shows, I'll tell you.
You know, and that's when, you know, when the big alternative crossover started happening, and, you know, Rollins was on at noon, and the Rollins band was just crushing, I'm sure.
Oh, gosh. Henry, and an awesome gentleman, too. He's just a gentleman. You know, he's so approachable. You look at him and you think, right? Such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. Humble man. And I learned some things from him on that tour, believe it or not, you know.
Now, that was the first time you went out on a national tour.
No,
right?
88 was.
88?
Yeah, JFA and we went out on a national tour.
Who did?
Me and JFA. I opened for JFA.
What?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that? Okay, let's back up. Okay. Really quick. So, as Skate Master Tate.
Yeah, and Concrete Crew.
Yeah. So what was the live setup? It was you and a DJ?
And a live guitar player.
That's amazing. You want to bring that back?
Yeah, sure. Oh, wait, you mean bring it back now? No. I want to do more production stuff, actually. I got ideas I want to perform. I don't want to perform. I don't know. I'd do a song or two, but I don't want to. No.
So tell me,
maybe worship music.
on that tour.
She's going, yes.
You must have learned a lot about how the music industry works in a live production situation, though, at that level.
Yeah.
You know, all the crew.
Oh, yeah.
How being prompt and professional and timely and following a schedule.
Oh, yes.
Especially in places like that where, you know, if you go over time, there, you know, for the last band, there's a fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The deal was there is that I was an extra, okay? I was a full extra. Perry was kind enough to let me have the opportunity to play. And I'm glad he picked me because I don't think nobody could have done the job I did. And I'm being humble as I can, but I did a pretty good job. I played everything from the Sex Pistols to Sinatra, Vivaldi to Verve, you know what I mean? Whatever. And at the end of the night, right before they went on, it was all dark, and I'd play some, you know, some really cool, like Wagner or something, you know?
That's awesome.
Some, you know, some mood music, you know?
Like classical?
Yeah, depending on the atmosphere, the people, the vibe. But up until that point, you know, because that's the main event, Perry, you know, the Jane's Addiction, right? It was their last tour at that time, I think, or something, right?
And they're the headliners.
Yeah,
of the festival.
But as you go along, you meet the people, and Henry wanted Public Enemy, James Brown.
Before he went on?
Before he went on. So
in between the setup.
No, from noon I went on. He went on at 1, maybe I started at noon before he went on, okay? And he told me what he wanted. He Welcome to the Terror Dome was the last song. He'd be doing his push-ups, getting pumped, right? Loosened up. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And he'd go like that. And I fade out. You go on stage. Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you some pictures, man. I got them. And it was awesome. Okay, so then Ice wanted punk rock before Body Count. Play LA punk, no problem. He DJ for me even. Check that out. He'd come in and DJ. I got a picture of Ice sitting on my turntables right
That's
there.
cool.
Okay, so then we go to Buttholes. They wanted punk, whatever. They didn't care. They were so easy and cool guys, Okay, so then, some people don't want it because they're too cool for school, right? So I'm just playing what I want, right? So I'm playing Hendrix because I love Hendrix, okay? I seen him when I was 10 years old with my mom and my brother and my sister, right? The only one
all of you went?
Yeah, but my father didn't go. My father stayed home because he had to work in the morning. But I'm holding my mom's hand because she didn't want to drive from LA to Orange County for my brother and sister. So anyways, I'm playing Hendrix, and the manager from Living Color comes up and goes, do you mind not playing any Hendrix? Because his guitar work is so much like Jimmy's. And my jaw dropped.
What?
My jaw dropped.
Wait. The tour manager for Living Color came up to you and said what again?
Please do not play any Jimi Hendrix before Living Color because Vernon's guitar work is so much like Jimmy's that we don't want to,
show that he's copying him, basically. Right?
I never considered him that great, to tell you the truth. I think you're better.
Than Vernon?
Yeah.
High five. I'll take that.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
Right. Oh. Thanks.
But that's where the ego comes in, okay? This guy was
Isn't that kind of ridiculous? Dude, please do not play Jimi Hendrix before my band because Vernon sounds like Jimmy or is pretty much...
That's basically what he was telling me, okay? Yeah. Don't play it because of this, okay?
And people are going to realize, wow, he's copying him.
All right. So then the next band, 9 Inch, they were fine. The nicest guys on earth. They wanted me to come on their bus because I had to get from city to city, okay?
That was like your own...
That was my own job. So, I did it, right? There's no problem. I jumped on one bus, another bus, another bus, another bus. And Trent was so nice, man. And I guess he knew me from Skate TV or from something. I don't know what.
But he recognized you?
Yeah. And so did the guitar player, James, I think his name was. They were just nice, nice guys. And every show they had 2 people come up and play guitar. And the night before I went up and played with them was Africa, Islam, and Ice-T.
Wow.
Playing guitar. And, they just turned them down because they couldn't play. But I could play. It's just 2 chords, E minor and A, I think, or something, right? I can't remember the song. But so I'm playing, right? And I think they gave me a little bit of volume, right? But I had long hair and I'm, playing it up, right?
Right.
And Ice and Africa are on the side throwing water at me, right? So they had all these cups on the drum stand, the little 8-ounce styrofoam ones, and Trent would just throw these bombs out in the audience, right? Cool them off, I guess, whatever. So then, I've seen these guys throwing at me, so in between chords, I'd get one, I'd throw it, and then I realized that, geez, they're right by the side monitors. Thank God I didn't hit one.
Wow.
So anyways, stop that. And then, so anyways, at the end of the show, at the end of the song, one guy gets to break the guitar, right? And I was playing with this cute little girl, a friend of the band, because I think it was in Cleveland that I played. And she could barely lift it up to break. And I'm just dying inside because I would have loved to just grab it and go boom.
That's hilarious.
But I couldn't,
So show us some of the pictures from that first Lollapalooza. Now hold them up to the video camera.
Okay, this is, let's find a good one first. But, okay, here we go. There's Eric Avery.
Put it up real close.
There's Eric Avery. He was a nice guy, too, see?
Wow.
And I shot all these. And I'm not a photographer, but, when you get that close, anything looks good, huh?
Yeah, it's great.
Look good? And,
who else do you have? Let's show all of it.
Okay, well, what I do have that I'd really like to show you is, here we go. Here's a good one. Fishbone played on a couple of dates, right? And I wanted to do this book called Me and My Friends, right? So I did all these, I shot these still with one hand out, right? That's me in Norwood.
That's an original selfie with Norwood.
This is selfies from way back, right? And then this is Chris Fisher, his brother, Norwood Fisher, Chris Fisher. See, these are all my buddies from L.A. So when they were on the tour, when they came up.
It was all good.
Oh, it was all good, man. And this is Dirty Walt. Dirty Walt. And, you know, it was just so much fun when you see your friends on the road, you know what I mean? And it was just an awesome time.
Let's take a look at some of the skating photos you have, too.
You really want to? Look,
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Anybody know who this guy is?
That's you.
No, that ain't me. That's Gonz.
Is that Mark Gonzalez?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, here's a good one for you. This is the interview that I wanted to do that I couldn't do.
Who's that?
Nodis and Matt Lynn.
Wow.
Now Lillard.
Can I see that Gonz photo?
Yeah, sure. This is at a pro contest, I think, in Arizona. I just like documenting life. You know what I mean?
Well, when it's that timeline of skateboarding and music, and you have it documented, it's a great.
This is Ice, just looking over the crowd. See, because I was right behind the artist, so he'd always come, you know, to the side.
Too cool, man.
Here we go. This is this is Fishbone on stage with Norwood his pants down.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, he's so funny, man. Me and him have had some good times in our life. This is Perry. Not passed out, but falling down. Well, I guess it should go like that, right? Like that?
Yeah, hold it straight up.
Yeah, like that. See, he just got so exhausted that he had to fall back. And I was there to catch it. This is the girl who, wasn't she in 10,000 Maniacs, the violin player that played that tour? I think her name was Megan, or...
You know what? I'm not sure. I don't know too much.
She was a
about
nice lady. This is the guy who did the the theatrical dancing and stuff that Perry set up, and he was on stilts too. That guy. Here's Perry.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Yeah, and then Perry again. There's a couple that I really want to show you that are really cool.
This Mark Gonzalez photo, what year is that?
Oh, that's 80s, late 80s. Oh, here's a good one. You know these guys. You know Tony Alva, right? This is from the Zero Club. Used to be open. David Lee Roth had it in the late 80s.
Easy.
Yeah, exactly. You get free beer, $5 to get in, free beer, but you had to know, you had to know where it was and to get in, right? And Schaefer was a beer, of course. Here's an old friend of mine that I haven't seen for a long time, but that's a bad shot. Here we go. Here's Grasso, and he does not suck, contrary to popular belief. That's the last week of Upland Skate Park.
That's Pipeline?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, check this out. This is Gary Gazoo Atchison. Me and him and Miles Strickland, rest in peace, were the Three Stooges. We'd go everywhere together. This is at the Anaheim Concrete Wave before Skatopia was built. This is 75 right here. 76.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
75.
Wow. You're a youngin'. No, I'm kidding. Here's Christian at a backyard pool, and it's a nice shot, man. I like it. It's so close, but he's just doing like a tail tap, and coming back in. I like getting weird stuff when I can,
Awesome.
Here's Mondo. He's from New York. Well, he's from back east, but he was on Team Alva for a while, and he's a great artist, and he's doing frontside shallow-end cars. Hackett lived at this house, and it was at 1 Santa Monica Canyon Boulevard road or whatever, and it was an empty pool, and they shot an ad there for Jimmy's, and Christian was skating it. It rained a bit. Christian was out there skating. Here's Ice Cube with Booyah Tribe. Second or third Lollapalooza, Ice Cube?
Yeah, maybe the second.
I think it was
or
second.
third.
I think second or third. The one I know the whole lineup is the first because that's the one I was there the most. Okay, this is the first Lollapalooza, but this is when Ministry came and played one show. Some people came and played a couple gigs, and this is Gibby helping him off stage because he fell off stage. Alan Jorgensen from Ministry.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know if he broke anything, but And what else do we got here? There's a couple that I really want to show you that.
Keep them coming. This is all great archives.
Oh, this is us in Japan. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is a great one. I shot this picture not knowing that somebody would ever say this, that Martin Luther King would have been proud of this. Flea and Ice Cube. you know?
Yeah.
Arm in arm, funk and rap and whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
But I really like the shot because Ice Cube has Clay Smith Cam's Mad Woodpecker on it, you know, with a cigar. And here's, see, this is me and Perry, part of my book that I wanted to do that I never did because, you know, things get interrupted in your life.
What was the name of the book again?
Me and My Friends. And I was going to put a little, you know, like me and my friend. You know, that's just all. This is a Jimmy Z demo that we did with Tommy Guerrero. And if you can see Ray Bones in the background signing autographs.
Oh, Ray Bones Rodriguez?
Yeah. I'll show you another picture that we have. But
Where was that?
Tommy G. This is at Macy's, San Francisco.
So you wrote for Jimmy Z's as well.
What's that?
So you were sponsored by Jimmy Z's back in the day.
Yeah. You want to hear how I got that gig?
How?
There's the first big, this is a Bryce Canice, original BK, photographer par excellence, skater.
Before British Knights.
Yeah. But he was an awesome photographer and awesome skater. He had a model out and everything. Schmidt stick. Yeah,
The pointy nose.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is him waiting for us to shoot. He's waiting to shoot pictures at Macy's, right? And that's an old picture. And here's one of Christian. Christian was always a good ambassador for skating because he loved the kids too, you know, and he was just so accessible.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he has,
awesome guy.
you know, he has this confidence, conviction, you know. It's great.
Yeah, no, he's a gentleman's gentleman. But I'll tell you another thing too is that we've traveled a lot together. I took him to Japan with me when I had the opportunity to play out there.
Yeah.
And I felt really good about that because, you know, he paid for everybody's trip everywhere all the time, team or not, friend, you know, whatever.
He was always generous, huh?
So generous. And he paid for one trip for me, and I felt bad about it. So I stuck close to him because, you know, he was his street contest. So I rubbed his back. I go, you know, give him a couple of suggestions. You know, how can you tell Muhammad Ali how to box? So how am I going to tell Christian how to skate? But I just go, maybe try something like this or that. But it didn't matter. He won the contest or got second or whatever. But the deal was that he paid for my way, so I wanted to at least, like, you know, give him confidence. You know, hey, all right, man, you're doing good, man. This or that. You know, because I felt convicted, I guess, that he paid for my way. You know,
right.
I like paying my own way.
Sure.
So when I went to Japan, I brought him with me and I even gave him, you know, paid him too.
So you feel good about that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I felt like I earned my way. Here's Cab at the Pink Motel. So you get to see the pool there, painted by Kevin Ansel and his buddy. You want it? Here, you'd have it for your archives. I want to say hi to somebody out there. I got a buddy of mine out there called Maston, my little spud boy, out there on the East Coast.
Wait, you're giving me this picture?
Yeah, that's yours.
Whoa.
Yeah. Check this out.
That's Stacy.
What?
That's Stacy.
Let me see.
Is that Stacy?
Yeah, shooting him. Yeah.
Wow.
No, see, Stacy, man. Stacy was awesome, I'll tell you. But not as awesome as De Niro or De Laurentiis, but he's a skateboarder De Laurentiis.
Can I post that Mark Gonzalez picture?
You do what you want, man. But I want the picture back, but you do what you want.
Right.
This is Shogo Kubo on an old Z-Flex, 1977, Skatopia. Shot by me. Tail tapping on a white Z-Flex. Okay, this is another Skate TV shot, but it's black and white. And this is me and the other Stacey Peralta, this is Craig Stesick III, and I'm sure you'd probably hate me for doing this. Sorry, Craig.
It's okay.
Okay, now we got to check this out. This is Money Mark's brother.
Really?
And me, and check this out. This is before Lollapalooza. This is the release party for Ritual de la Habitual, Halloween party at the Colonel's house. And that's how I dressed.
Oh, wow.
And I DJ'd that night.
Wow.
I DJ'd in a dress. This is Grasso doing a rock and roll slide last week of Upland in the Combi.
How did the Grasso stigma, Grasso sucks start?
I have no idea. All I know is that me and him had I just remember that me and him had our times, our fun times, and our good times. Here's your host, not your host, but your guest the other day, last week,
Salva?
2 weeks, Salva.
Oh, wow.
Fakey Rock in the corner of the gnarly pool, the Combi. Wow. He owned that place.
How high was the Combi? 12?
I have no, too big for me. You want this one too?
Sure.
There you go, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's see Christian here in a backyard pool with square coping. That is a gnarly shot right there. And I think I got those shoes at home, burgundy Chucks.
Wow, let me see that.
I almost wore them. Here, take it. You want it?
Absolutely.
You're a skater. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I didn't forget.
Thank you so much. These are, I mean, you know what's amazing is that Ski Master Tate is giving me physical photos that he took in the early 80s.
I didn't take this one because this is me skating, okay? This is Bronson Canyon, though, Hollywood. The Bat Caves. They shot Batman up here.
That's Bronson
Canyon.
That's the Bronson Ditch.
That's
that
Bronson
was in
Ditch.
Thrashing also.
Wait, how does that go like that? That goes like that, huh? Didn't it look better like that? 'Cause like that, it looks like vertical, right? wait. It's kind of like that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay, now this.
I want a Ski Master Tate picture autographed.
I don't know if I could do that. My hands are broken. No, I'm kidding. This is me on that JFA tour, right?
Oh, the JFA tour?
Yeah, look at all Jimmy's eat out with my longboard on a ramp.
That's awesome.
And all I did was fakie, and then I'd walk on the flat bottom, I'd walk to the nose and go back, and then, because that's all I could do. But this is a ramp, and there was a kid out there that I wish I knew who he was, because he was doing the gnarliest andrix, the gnarliest inverts, the biggest boneless air. This kid was nuts.
Killing it.
Nobody knows who he is. I posted pictures like, who is this kid? Who's this kid? Nobody knows.
Is that the beauty of skateboarding? Like, people get so good that, like, maybe they'll never politically insert themselves in a circle where there's, like, they're getting sponsored or in the limelight, but it's such an individuality sport.
That's the beauty of it.
Right.
You don't need
It's whatever
nobody.
you
It's not
want.
a team sport. It became a team sport because we had. I managed several teams.
Did you too?
Yes. The Big O skate team. We were first place. I managed the Indy NHS Santa Cruz amateur team. Right. We did good. And no. It turned out to be a very cool thing. Oh, here's a good one. This is Lonnie Toff, the originator of the 8-wheeler.
8-wheeler.
This kid. Awesome individual too, very humble man. I never got to know him that well, but the time that I met him,
Pepsi Cola sticker on his board.
There you go, another one. That's history, brother, right there.
I know. Lonnie Toff, TOFT.
TOFT.
The 8-wheeler.
The 8-wheeler.
My God,
that's history, man. You got to really know about that. You got to do your homework on that one,
right?
Because I don't know all of it.
Now, the treat to me is that these are all photos I'm holding physically that were taken at that time by you.
Yeah.
Photos by Ski Master Tate.
Right.
Oh, man.
I shot that Lonnie Toff, and you can tell because you see I had a 110 or maybe a 125 camera, and see the strap hanging, right? Oh. See that? I'm glad I got him all in the picture, but you see that little thing hanging?
Yeah.
That's the camera.
Wow.
Check this one out, though. This is my favorite park ever, and this is Tony skating for warming up for the Dog Bowl Pro.
Now, that's Del Mar?
Del Mar. No. Marina Del Rey.
Marina Del Rey. That's where.
Okay, now check this out. I got another. I got another photo for you here to show you that these two gentlemen right here are considered the originators of the frontside air, the frontside aerial, the first aerial that skateboarding knew of. Okay, and I mean we can't. I can't deny it because I'll tell you that this first time I saw it was Tony.
The first time you ever saw a frontside air was Tony Alva.
Was Tony and George Orton. And the deal is that George Orton was skating down in Orange County. Tony Alva was up in L.A. when I went to see him at the Dog Bowl and stuff. So I can't tell you who did it first, but I can tell you that those guys were doing it before anybody else,
Right.
But, some people, what they want to do is they want to say that they did this and that and the other. And all I can say is that who I saw and what I know. But that's for other people to determine who came up with what when because, I burned a lot of cells in my life, and I'm not exactly the one to ask about things like that. I mean, I can tell you who was doing what, but not exactly who did it first.
Gotcha.
Check this out. I can't find that one photo right now, but you saw the Tony Allen one. This is Waldo Autry, may he rest in peace, with Laney Oaks in the bottom. Hobie team rider and...
Hobie.
Hobie, the guy watching Waldo get the wheeler there. Waldo was a supreme pipe skater. Many photos in Skateboarder magazine in the 70s, ripping pipes. He was one of the first pipe rippers, along with the other historian, the other rippers. Here's a good one. Here's Brad Bowman. Me and him had a session at Marina Del Rey one day. Nobody was there, so me and him were skating the back keyhole.
That's awesome.
And I just shot a bunch of photos of him. And, it's just, this is what I love to do. Okay, here we go. This is the Fruit Bowl. The Fruit Bowl was a skate pool at a sanitarium. Fruitcakes, right? Fruitcake, right? So they called it the fruit bowl. That's not how I feel about it, but that's what the name of the pool was. It was at a broken down sanitarium.
So they call it the fruit bowl.
Fruit bowl, okay. This is a guy, Tom Yu. It's a reverse negative. It's the only photo I have of the fruit bowl that I'm responsible for, okay? I had a photography class in high school. I never mastered it, as you can see. But that's a fruit bowl. It had a spit gutter, okay?
Wow.
Then they put extensions. You'll see Jay. You see photos of Jay and all the classic skaters there doing that. This is me at the pipeline. Can I promote myself?
Absolutely.
Mount Baldy pipeline. I got to get it real close so you can see.
That's you at Mount Baldy?
Mount Baldy. The pipe that's in the Baldy. The spill. Not the park.
And I asked Salboy about this too. I was very intrigued with pipeline and the Baldy pipe, and obviously you know this, but I didn't because that was before my time. Baldy pipe was before pipeline.
Oh, of course.
And I had no idea.
That's why they put a pipe in that one.
It was told to replicate that, right?
Not to replicate it. You couldn't replicate it because it's like a quarter mile long or 100 yards long. That's smooth as glass, perfect pipe, built by Army Corps of Engineers to put water out of it. And they're skating. I heard they're skating it now. I've seen it on Instagram that people are skating it now, and they're ripping it. There's one kid that I saw there, Zach Abrams, that's tearing it pretty good. But there's this other kid. I don't know the name of the guy. He just from the back too, because that's what I remember. Walking up to the pipe, you see the little gap, the little light at the head, and that's the dam open. So when the water comes, then they open it more, right? But it has to have a steady flow, or else it'll back up the reservoir. Okay, so you see the light. So then you go to the back. And then you look out, and then you see the daylight at the end, right? And we got to skate the whole thing for years, okay? Smooth as glass, very little graffiti, okay? Muckus 69, I think, was the oldest graffiti I ever saw. But then as you walk up on the left, there was Stan Smith is sterile. Just weird stuff.
Wow.
Weird stuff. But those are the
stuff.
two I remember, Muckus 69 and Stan Smith is sterile. Then eventually it just got...
Stan Smith is sterile.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, so this Mark Gonzalez photo from the late 80s, you took that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Check this one. I don't want to do this one, too, because, well, you know what? This is a ditch that we skated in Santa Ana, me and Ron Emery, Crazy Dave, Psycho Dave, and that's me carving it right there. But this is just to show you that there's places like this everywhere, okay? Because, we need runoffs for water so we don't flood houses. But if you find them and you do it, just respect it, man, because you want to skate it forever. Don't put graffiti because you're there, right. Just skate it, get out of there and go home, and then skate it early morning, don't draw attention to yourself, and just do it. Have fun like we used to do. Yeah, we never put graffiti on one place. I never did. I can speak for myself. But this is the frontside air in the 70s, 79. That's Brad Bowman, very stylish, very cool.
Wow.
And It was invented probably about 2 or 3 years before this, though. And this is Gazoo. This is the guy I hang out with, and this is at a backyard pool. And look at the date on there. This is the original photo, June 78.
Wow.
2 or 3 years old?
Yeah, these cars, these archives, you're like a curator for skateboarding.
Well, not just skateboarding, because, look at this, man. This is me. I was a New York Cuban for a while, man, with my Santa Monica Airlines board. That's the board that I rode at the Skate TV pool, the short board. Mm-hmm. The long board I only rode a couple of times because it just didn't fit in there good.
Right.
Let's see what we got here. Here's a good one. This is a duet that they used to do, right? And that's them dancing after. That's Perry and Ice-T.
That's good.
And look at Ice so happy, right? You never see Ice with that look on his face.
I know, he's so happy.
Let's check this one out. This one's a good one right here, too, because, I don't know why. You know how we're talking about, that, my skating ability, right? Skate master Tate. I just wasn't a pool skater. I wasn't a master of anything. I was a jack of all trades and master of none, right? Right?
Yeah.
But I did do one thing good. I archived a lot of stuff. No, but this is me competing in a series called the Aspo Series at Marina Del Rey. And that's on my longboard.
That's a great photo.
That's on my longboard. I eventually got a bank slalom board, and I used to win here a lot at bank slalom only at Marina Del Rey. So that was my claim to fame. Aspo Series 79, 80, and 81.
Wow.
I got third one year and first the next year.
Wow.
The whole series.
Yeah.
So that was my glory in skateboarding right there.
That's awesome.
But I love skateboarding, and this is some of the most fun times right here. And you can see Eric Dressen in the background. They're looking at me, and that's a Jimmy Z T-shirt right there.
Mm-hmm.
That photo right there was on a T-shirt. It was Jimmy C's photo session, and I just love carving on my longboards, rail grabbing, yelling out there, just charging it. And then this is me at Big O in 78. I used to grind a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you're hitting it.
Yeah. That's the keyhole. It's not the capsule.
Killer.
And I love skateboarding so much that it didn't matter if it was, like this. Look at this. This is a small bank, but, we hit the curb stone that was up there. This is in Pflugerville. This is in Austin, Texas.
Oh, wow.
And the other guy that I skated there with was Tim Kerr from the Big Boys.
The band.
Big Boys, Bad Mother Goose.
Yeah.
Nation of the 90s, and now he's a big artist, man. He's doing very well.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I've seen his art, and I love it. And look this is the ditch that we skated in. Well, here's another Bronson one. That's me doing a 1.5. See, so I didn't do much, but I had fun, man. I just loved it. Always wearing my Jimmys.
Skate to create.
Yeah. Fun,
that's what it is.
But here's a beautiful one. I love this shot, man. I just love it. Look at Salba. Look at that style in the pipe. Man, he tore it.
Let me see that.
You could have it. There you go.
Oh, my God. This is intense.
You could have it, man. Cheers.
You took this?
Yeah, I took that. I took all these, man. I love that. I wish I was a better photographer, but this is what you get, okay?
Salba, dude, he is the heaviest guy at Pipeline.
He was the heaviest guy everywhere, man. I love Salva. I'll never forget him. My dying days, I want to make sure I say hi to him, bye to him. And he's a good guy. I love him. I honestly do. He's a gentleman's gentleman. And his brother Mickey's awesome. Okay, check this out. This is a place in Albuquerque. And there's a ton of these. I don't know what they do. They got some sort of machine that makes them because there's one every other block or something. But only so much. Some of them are smooth because you got to go over them a few times, skate them, right? This is Indian School. Look at how long that is and how beautiful and how smooth.
Wow, that's a nice stitch.
And see how far down I am, right?
You can just, you have time to set up for tricks if you're doing tricks or just get speed.
I don't do tricks on stuff like this. I just go fast and carve and grind, and not grind, but rail grab, arch, whatever. Like this right there, look at that. I'm just going, extending after getting to the top and then getting ready to go down. I just love it, man. I love it. I get this feeling. And that's a feeling I get right there, man. That's a feeling I get after skating, man. Just feel good.
That's amazing.
But here's one of Christian and Matt Hyde. You know Matt Hyde, right?
Yeah.
There's Matt Hyde. You should get him on here. That's on the plane to Japan.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's do this. Let's talk about your board really quick. You have your own model coming up. I want to get this in before the episode's done.
Yeah, no problem.
So hold the board up to the camera. Flood control, made in the USA. They're going to be putting out the Skate Master tape deck.
40 inches long.
40 inches long.
22-inch wheelbase. 9 3/4 wide. 9 3/4 wide. 9.75 wide. And it's got a little nose, a little tail, but it's nothing like, I could ride it backwards if I wanted to, but why? I like going forward. I'm not a trick guy, I'll tell you. So I made this to cruise. And
the cruiser and the cruiser boards are popular.
That's what I hear, man. I hear that it's a big market out there.
So tell me about your life path that you're on. You've been
Those are rare now, I heard. Somebody told me.
Oh, Skate Master Tate and his concrete crew. You know what? I can't believe you just sticker tossed me one of these stickers. That's amazing.
That's the first one, too. And that artist is really good right now. Van Arno.
Yeah. You have found a new path in your life.
Oh, yeah. I just want to make sure that I say hi to one person, and that's Christian Osoy and Jay Hazlett, Pastor Jay at the Sanctuary in Westminster. Because Jay, for many years, he was doing youth ministries all over the world. He never, ever gave up on me. Every time he was in the area, he'd call me up, take me out to lunch, whatever. I'd be smacked out of my brain, whatever. He never gave up on me, okay? In 2004 or 5, we did a thing in Alabama, Gadsden, Alabama, his hometown. Christian, me, him, Arab was there, and they had a mini ramp on stage, and I emceed and DJ'd on a CD turntable thing, right? I didn't feel good about that, but anyways, and he just that was the planting of the seed, because my brother was a Christian for years, but hearing it from your big brother who got high with you younger, it just didn't stick, okay? And he didn't actually, anyways. By never giving up and then the passion that he took towards Christian and helping Christian out just was so phenomenal that it blew me away, and that I started my walk with God, man. I'll tell you. Here's another one for you.
Thank you.
Salbad Upland. And it was just one of those things that, you know, and hey, I'll be honest with you, I don't get high no more. I haven't gotten high for many years. But the deal is that I try not to do anything wrong, and I still do. You know, nobody's perfect, man. And that's the hardest thing, is just trying to walk a walk where you're always happy and joyous. You know, no matter if you're attacked by negative elements, you know, like I just want to be happy, and I want to spread joy, man. I want to spread love, and then if I could plant a seed, that's awesome, you know. And there's a girl out there named Ainsley that I got to do this first. And Ainsley and Maston are these two kids that believe in God so much that it just brightens my life, you know what I mean? And their mother is just an awesome mother. And what I want to do is I really want to just see kids brought up in an element that isn't so
toxic,
but yet public too. Because you know, with the internet now, it's so sad. You could keep them away from it, but some kid will tell them how to get on it and look at whatever. I don't even want to say nothing, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Negative elements, whether it be a game or a site where there's, you know, things that they shouldn't see.
Right, kids shouldn't be looking at.
Kids should remain kids. I grew up too quick, man. By the time I was 12, I lost my virginity, okay? By the time I was 14, I was getting high almost every day, 15 every day. By the time I was 17, I was dealing drugs, okay? By the time I was out of high school, I had enough money to do what I wanted almost, right? By the time I was 18, I was, you know, rolling, you know? I lost my childhood from 13, and I still wanted to play baseball. That's what my sport was, baseball. You know, I was a catcher, first baseman. I could hit pretty good, but I wasn't an all-star. I was a junior all-star. My brother was a stud, okay, in all sports. But I still liked it. You know, I enjoyed it, and I wish I would have stuck with it a little bit longer. But the thing is that there's skateboarding saved me, and at the same time, it was kind of like a catalyst for negativity too, because that punk rock element comes in, and that's fine, okay? That's fine. You got to be an individual. You got to rebel against things that you don't stand for. But there's a certain way to do it, I feel, you know. And, yeah, you know, you're punk, you're this, you're that. You know what? There's other ways, you know. You know, you don't want to create you don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to create enemies. And I'm sure I've done it in the past, because there's some friends that were in my life for 30 years, 25 years, that they won't give me the time of day now, because they think that, I guess maybe they think I'm lying now. But, you know, it's just one of those things that I'm fine. I forgive everybody. You know, there's something right here I'd like to show you. There's a group that I helped out years ago. And because of my heroin abuse at the time, they separated from me. Okay, well, that's fine. Separate from me, okay? But you know what? I still, you know, gave you 5 years of my life. You know, what's that worth to $1 million conglomeration, or to a brand, or to something like that? And then, you know, that burned inside of me for a long time. My father died the same time. Some other things happened that I really don't want to talk about, marriage and stuff like that. I almost got married and stuff. And my father died, and then friends that I thought were my friends, just because of my fall into the darkness, separated from me instead of coming to help me.
Right.
You know? And I learned a lot from that. You know, I carried a big grudge and hatred for that.
You know, I bet it's amazing when, amazing to see when you have people around you that say they're really good friends, and when you need help more than anything, they abandon you.
Well, you know what should have been the first sign was that when one of the brothers of this band got on the pipe, they come to me first and go, listen, don't help him out. Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing. I go, he's your brother. You know, what can I do for him? If he wants some weed, I'll give him some weed. No, don't give him nothing. And I go, wow. Okay. You know, he never came by anyway, but just to hear this, you know. And my brother asked for anything. I heard my brother, when I was rolling, I heard my brother had to ride his bike to work. I gave him a car, you know, a used car.
But you still gave him that because it was the right thing to do, and you can.
And no, because I didn't have it. You know, I didn't need it anymore. You know, it was, you know, and he gave me my first guitar. I gave him I had 50 guitars at one time. I gave him a guitar, you know, big deal. But the thing is, things
come and go.
Things, right? You can't take them with you, man. I got too many things. That's why, you know what? You want some more pictures here?
Right.
You know, here's one of Ice-T. Here's one of Henry Rollins. How's that? I don't care anymore, because you know why? it's vanity, man. This is all just, it's going to be gone. If I died tomorrow, I'd be bummed that I didn't give them all to you. You know?
Right.
And the thing is that too many people put...
things are meant to be shared.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Especially memories like this. This is Ice-T, man. Nicest guy on earth. No matter how tough you think he is, body count, F the police, whatever, this guy's a real man. I was skating down Melrose after Lollapalooza on my longboard. I hear this whistle. Yo, T! Wow, it's Ice. So I go across the street. Proud father. Yo, man, look it. My baby. What's his name? He goes, Ice. Just Ice, not Ice-T. Ice.
That's cool.
And, proud father. He's a man. He's a gentleman. He's a real person, because you know what? This guy could have, on the whole tour, he could have just said, you know what, play my music, whatever, do this, do that. Yeah. He was a congenial gentleman. He found out I didn't have a place to get to the next city. He flew and gave me his spot on the bus. How's that?
Wow.
And he goes, you could have all that stuff in there too. Body count hat, syndicate hat, sweatshirts, this and that. You know what I mean?
You could go on the bus and have everything in there.
No, on his little space. Because it was his that he wore, He goes, take it, man. I don't care. Take it, man. You're the man.
You see, and the thing is, he has that mentality even back then. It's like, share it.
I used to see him at the Radiotron, the hip-hop club in L.A. in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. It'd have to be early 80s, I guess, because KK from the Screamers was DJing at a hip-hop club. So he was in it's early 80s, 81, 82. And I could be wrong, okay? Like I said, okay? I'm far from perfect. But he was a nice guy back then, too. He signed, I have a record of his on Saturn Records. And you know what he put on it? To the OG, Tate. Come on, man. He's the OG, not me. Right. But he's such a kind gentleman. And that's what I'm saying. If you can get a guy like that who could be he's an actor now, okay? And he's still a nice guy. And if you can be like that, what are you being a punk with this attitude towards other people so negative, man? Come on, there's people that can do that don't. Why do you want to do that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Man, just whatever it takes, man. Just enjoy life, but enjoy it in a way that it doesn't hurt anybody, especially yourself and your soul, man. Because there's a power out there stronger, the creator of our earth, man. And if you got any questions, man, get in touch with me, because I didn't believe it either, okay? But we're not here by mistake, okay? And there's somebody watching over us, okay? Just remember this: the country of Israel is never going to fall, okay? They're surrounded by Islams, okay? And they're ready to attack on this country. But you're going to see that there's amazing things. If not in our lifetime, another lifetime. But that's the Holy Land right there. That's God's little jewel, and nothing's going to happen to that. And that's, man, just find the path and follow it that's righteous, man. And don't hurt nobody, man. Just love everybody. And it sounds like a hippie thing, man, but you know what? It's a love thing. And if you can't love yourself, you won't be able to love nobody else, okay? So first love yourself, your life, your kids, your family, and then try to extend that to others.
I believe so. It all starts from within, and then you go outwards from there.
Yeah.
And Skate Master Tate, Jerry Hurtado, it's an honor to call you a friend.
Thank you very much.
And I'm so happy you came on to share your experience and your archives and your great life.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to see where you're at right now.
Thank you very much.
And I sense genuine happiness and love coming from you. And I want to thank everyone out there for listening to the 120th episode of Los Angeles Nista.
120, man. You know, if we would have made 120 Skate TV episodes, I don't know what would happen. I probably would have been, I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.